To another episode of Tea Talk. This is our community time where I answer questions and address things that the community needs to know. And the first thing I want to address are all the people that reached out to be beta testers for the new series I'm working on of experiential meditations. Thank you so much. I'm humbled by the amount of people that have reached out so far. I will continue to add to that list if you want to reach out and be a part of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I released a video earlier in the week about a need for beta testers for the new experiential meditations that I'm creating. These are meditations where I use my voice to guide you into a different state of mind, along with various sound. So these are going to be various technologies, the newest technologies that will just help you to reach different states and get into a very, very deep state so that you can be more relaxed, more productive, create what you want in your life, or connect to your higher self. Maybe it's your guides, whatever you believe. I'm very excited about these, but I would love to hear your feedback and know how you feel about them and if they're helpful to you. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest that you go watch the full video for the full explanation. But I will also just say here that if you are interested in being a beta tester for these, then just email me and say that you're interested, and I'll put you on the list. What's to come? I will not be sending out individual emails at this time. Right now, I'm just collecting your name and information and collecting and adding to my list. In the future, within the next couple weeks probably, I don't have a timeline exactly, but I will be creating the meditation and getting it out to you. So I'll be emailing you with that meditation and giving you either a link where you can access it, or there'll be some way that you can download it. And then there will be a way that you can take a survey in order to give me feedback. So thank you. Excited for everyone who has reached out and is excited about this along with me. It does feel like a community effort, and that's what it should be. All right, so today I just want to answer a few community questions that have come up on the channel. So let's dig into those. We have Pepper, who says, I tried this for the first time and my body kept getting startled, much like a newborn moral response. What causes this? This is in regards to the Silva method meditation, one that she had done. So what she is talking about is also called the startle response. And this is something you do see in newborns. You've probably felt something like this when you're falling asleep. It feels like you're falling. And so it's also called the startle response as well. There's another term, I think it's called hypnic jerks. And so from the scientific perspective, there's some belief around what's happening in your brain, that there is some misfiring in nerves, and it's just muscles relaxing and your brain getting confused. So it's a muscle twitch. So there is that possible explanation. But the other thing, if you look at what a metaphysical meditation type teacher would say, when your body becomes deeply relaxed, your muscles start to relax. You relax in meditation. Twitching and other physical movements are very common, but they also can indicate that your body is actually releasing a lot of intense stress. And you may have a lot of extra stress, and the meditation is a healing process. So this is very normal, and it's good. It's not a bad thing. If it's bothersome to you, though, a suggestion is just to make sure that the body is fully relaxed before you go into meditation, so that doesn't scare you or startle you. You could do this through yoga. You could take a walk to release some energy. You could do some deep breath work, and maybe just embrace it as a positive part of your practice because you know that it's doing something beneficial for you. Then we have Virgo Cusp Libra, who says, I have dyslexia, so to count backwards is very hard and part of our brain dysfunction, so that totally throws me off the whole meditation. And this is in reference to the Silva method meditation as well. I'm not sure what Jose Silva would say about this, so keep in mind that this is coming from me. But this is what I would say based on using this and other methods and understanding the end goals of these methods. So it is less about the counting and it's more about the focus on something other than your brain. So you want to completely forget about the counting and completely forget about being right. uh, so what would be something else you could focus on during that time frame? Um, so if we're looking at about 6 to 7 minutes of silence, which is when you're doing the counting, you can just count and not worry about what number you are on. You could start at 100, for example, and then just say whatever number comes up, or it could be words. And you could even try a simple mantra that you repeat over and over. So it could be as simple as, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, for example. You could just kind of say that mantra over and over, which also then just gets your brain less focused on thought. And it just and that's really what we're trying to do, is just pull your brain away from being focused on thought. So these are my suggestions. Try it, see what you think, and let me know. And I'm happy to provide further guidance. And then Tommy144 asked, what is the purpose of visualizing an alpha state once you're there? Is it to create your own reality, thus manifesting into one's reality thereafter as new conditions and circumstances that you would like to experience ASAP? Thank you for responding. Thank you for your question, Tommy. I feel like you just answered your own question. So yes, exactly. You're exactly right. So the purpose of visualizing is, the Silva method actually explains that once you're in alpha, you can do so much more than you can in beta, because in beta, it's our active brain. We're busy. We're disrupted by other thoughts. We're distracted. In alpha state, you become less distracted. You can more focus in. And, if you look at what, people say about creating, it's all about focusing. It's getting very aware and very focused on what it is you want to create. And so that's all you're doing, is you're using a state of mind where you're not so focused on the thought. You also, when you get into different states of mind, you have access to different information that you don't. When you're in beta, there's you just are in a more active state, and that makes you have a different thought process than when you're in something like alpha. And when you also are not having to deal with as many thoughts, you can have more specific, higher level thoughts come in. So I hope that answers your question. I feel like you really answered it yourself, but I'm just confirming that yes, that's correct, that it just gives you a better ability to visualize and actually create and focus in. So I hope that is helpful. That's it for today as far as questions, and as always, reach out, comment if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. You can always email me as well. All my information is included on this channel. In the description, you'll find all the other resources that are available, including original meditations that are available on the PayHip account. There is a morning meditation audiobook that I have released that is also in the description. And there are other things on that PayHip account as well. There's some different downloads and things that will just help you in your journey. So thank you all for listening and being a part of this channel and this journey with me. And I look forward to connecting with you as beta testers, and just through our comments and emails I get, any way that we communicate. Much love.